Friday, we did a body percussion. Do you guys remember that? And it was kind of a Halloween-themed body percussion. So this week, we're going to continue our Halloween theme because I don't know if I'll get to see you when we get closer to Halloween. So I hope that's okay. So without further ado, we're going to focus on jack-o'-lanterns and pumpkins for the first half of the week. Now, I don't know about you, but I love carving pumpkins. And I get really excited when I go to the pumpkin patch or even just to the store and pick out a nice round pumpkin that I can carve. So we're going to get in the mood for jack-o'-lanterns and pumpkins by singing a song or following along with this song. It's called Hey Jack. And it's not talking about Jack, your neighbor, the guy who lives down the street. It's talking about jack-o'-lanterns. So you can see in this picture, there's two jack-o'-lanterns. The one I carve usually looks more like the one on the left-hand side, the one with the sad face, because Mrs. James isn't great at carving pumpkins. I bet some of you like to do very detailed carvings. I like to keep mine simple. And that's okay. But thanks for following along as we sing this song called Hey Jack. Now, before I play, there's a part of the song. It's my favorite part, and I wanted to share it with you first. It's the chorus, and it keeps coming back throughout the song. It's pretty simple and catchy. It might get even stuck in your head. And it goes like this. Boo shakalaka laka boo shakalaka laka boo shakalaka laka boo. Can you listen to that one more time? And can you count how many times I say the word boo through my whole pattern? Here I go. Boo shakalaka laka boo shakalaka laka boo shakalaka laka boo. Let's check your answer. Let's do it one more time. Boo shakalaka laka boo shakalaka laka boo shakalaka laka boo. 4 times. What did you get? Did you get 4 too? That was probably pretty easy for you. Boo shakalaka laka. That's kind of tricky, but fun to say. Give it a try. Here we go. Boo shakalaka laka boo shakalaka laka boo shakalaka laka boo. Now that pattern happens 2 times. So how many total times will we say boo when we sing the chorus? 4 and 4. Whoosh. Put it together, you get 8. So we'll say boo 8 times every time we get back to the chorus. So let's try the whole pattern. It goes like this. Boo shakalaka laka boo shakalaka laka boo shakalaka laka boo. Boo shakalaka laka boo shakalaka laka boo shakalaka laka boo. That is the easy part. You can follow along with that easily. You could even whisper it, or you could sing it inside your head. Now, a lot of the song is actually spoken, but it has a beat to it. And when it's spoken and has a beat to it, we usually call it either chanting or rapping. I'll let you decide today. So most of the song will be speaking, and then you'll hear a couple parts that are sung. Okay, so if you want to just follow along today, you can. But hopefully by the end of the week, we can learn this whole song and rock out on Friday. So here we go. Enjoy.
Hey Jack, what's up with that stare? Hey Jack, who you trying to scare?
I bet you're going to have that song stuck in your head later. Was it pretty easy to follow along with? I hope it got you in the mood for jack-o'-lanterns. So the next part of this lesson is our very simple pumpkin rhyme. So we're going to give you 30 seconds, and I'd like you to read the text on your screen to yourself using your whisper voice or your inside voice. Were there any words that were a little tricky to read? Maybe in that third line? I can see 3 words connected together by 2 little dashes. Well, of course, that's the word jack-o'-lantern, a jack-o'-lantern, and that's how it would look if you saw it written down. Let's say this rhyme together. Now, because it's a rhyme, it has kind of like a beat that goes along with it. So let's take one finger and we're going to tap this beat in our hand to help keep us together if we were speaking this as a class. It would go like this. Pumpkin, pumpkin, round and fat, turned into a jack-o'-lantern just like that. Easy enough. I bet it might have sounded different than when you were speaking it on your own, right? When we put a beat to it, we make it more musical. Let's try it again, but with 2 fingers on our hand. Here we go. Pumpkin, pumpkin, round and fat, turned into a jack-o'-lantern just like that. Nice job. That's the easy part. But let's double check to make sure we're putting our beats in the right spot. Here's the same text, but instead of having it in 4 lines, they're in 2 lines. Will you say it again and keep a beat somewhere on your body? You can do snaps, you can do pats on your lap, you could do your shoulders, you could do claps, you could tap your head. But whatever you do, try not to distract the friends who are sitting around you. So check yourself. You're going to want to watch to make sure you are matching what you're watching on your screen. Good luck. Here you go. Pumpkin, pumpkin, round and fat, turned into a jack-o'-lantern just like that. It's magic. What can I say? Did you match the steady beat that you were tapping on your body with what you saw on the screen? If you did, that makes me really proud of you. It makes me think that you really have a good sense of steady beat and how we clap steady beat or keep steady beat on our bodies. This time, let's do it together and let's use our snappers so we can get a good practice in. And guess what? Other kids are going to be snapping at their own time, and that's okay. So it doesn't matter if you're snapping and other kids are snapping at a different time. So just do you, okay? You be you. Okay, so here we go. We have our snappers ready. We're going to speak the text either with our whisper or inside our head, and then we're going to snap at the same time. Here we go. Pumpkin, pumpkin, round and fat, turn into a jack-o'-lantern just like that. That second line is a little tricky to say because there's a lot of words. Turn into a jack-o'-lantern just like that. So your voice has to move a little quicker, but your hands stay nice and slow and steady. We're going to play a game. You see on the screen 8 beautifully round and ready pumpkins ready to carve into jack-o'-lanterns. What I want you to do is I want you to get out your whiteboard and your marker. And I'll count to 10 while you do that. Do it quietly. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hopefully that was enough time. If not, continue getting out your whiteboard and marker. Your whiteboard should be totally cleaned off, totally blank, nothing written on it. You are going to choose one of the pumpkins. All you have to do is write really big the number of the pumpkin that you chose on your whiteboard. So with your marker, draw really big, whatever number it is, so that it fills your whole whiteboard. Could be any of these pumpkins. You'll see how the game works in just a second. Once you've written your number on the whiteboard, put your marker lid back on and set your marker down. No cheating! So you can't erase your number and write a new one later on in the game because that's not fair. All right, we're going to see who guessed which pumpkin would be the last pumpkin standing in our game. We're going to tap the steady beat along with these pumpkins. Now, whatever one we land on last, that one's out of the game. And we have to continue playing with the rest of the pumpkins that are still in. Now, whatever the pumpkin is that's the last pumpkin is the winner, and you might just see a funny pumpkin dance. So let's see if you chose the right pumpkin. Don't change your marker. Don't get your marker and change your number. Keep your number exactly the same. So if I were you, I could use my pointing finger and tap right along with these pumpkins on the screen while Mrs. James does it with you. Okay, here I go. I'm starting with number 1. Here we go. Pumpkin, pumpkin, round and fat, turned into a jack-o'-lantern just like that. I'm sorry, pumpkin number 8. You're out. Now, when we get to number 8 in the game, once we keep going, we have to skip over pumpkin number 8. Okay, so it's going to make the game tricky. So we're going back to number 1 to start. Here we go. Pumpkin, pumpkin, round and fat, turned into a jack-o'-lantern just like that. Did you see I skipped over 8 and went straight to 1? That was the last one I landed on. So 1, see you later. I have to start on number 2 this time, but I have to skip pumpkin number 8 and pumpkin number 1. Oh, this is getting tricky. Here we go. Pumpkin, pumpkin, round and fat, turned into a jack-o'-lantern just like that. Did you see I went to 2 and 3? 3 was the last one I landed on, so sorry, number 3. Silence. Now I'm starting on the next pumpkin in the game, which is pumpkin number 4. Oh, this is getting tricky. Here we go. Pumpkin, pumpkin, round and fat, turned into a jack-o'-lantern just like that. Did you land on number 6 with me? If you landed on number 6, that means number 6, gotta go. Which pumpkin am I starting on next? Pumpkin 7. Here I go. This one's tricky because look, it's kind of like a pattern. There's a rest after each pumpkin. Starting with 7, here I go. Pumpkin, pumpkin, round and fat, turned into a jack-o'-lantern just like that. Pumpkin number 5, sorry, gotta go. Starting with number 7, here I go. I'm going to have to go 7, then back to 2, then 4. Ooh, keep going. Here we go. Pumpkin, pumpkin, round and fat, turned into a jack-o'-lantern just like that. I landed on pumpkin 2, so sorry if you chose pumpkin number 2. Pumpkin number 2 was not the last pumpkin. There's only 2 left, which means this is our last time playing the game. I'm going to start on pumpkin number 4. Here I go. Pumpkin, pumpkin, round and fat, turned into a jack-o'-lantern just like that. Pumpkin 7, I'm sorry, you're out, which means pumpkin number 4 is the winner. Look at pumpkin number 4 is so excited that they won, and they turned into a jack-o'-lantern and they started dancing around just like that. So if you got pumpkin number 4, it's your lucky day. You're a winner. Nice job. We are going to do an activity on Seesaw for the rest of your this half of the music time, and I'm going to show you how to do that really quickly, okay? So in Seesaw, you're just going to stay with me, okay? Don't go anywhere else. This is really important. All of your music activities are going to be in the music classroom. And remember how you get there is by clicking on your name, clicking on your class that says 2nd grade music Genick or 2nd grade music Hattendorf. Once you click on that, you will see that you have some activities that are available. We'll click on activities, which is where the light bulb is. And you're going to see this activity. It says due first, Tuesday, October 13th. That's today. And you can read the directions, but I'm going to show you how to do this. Okay, it says click add response, choose a pen or pencil, and you're going to select a large thickness. While you speak the rhyme, you're going to use your drawing tool to tap the steady beat above the words. You can erase your work and practice again. After you've practiced, we're going to record it and you're going to see how cool this is. Watch this. So I click add response because that's always the first thing that you do. And you're going to see the words just like in my lesson. Okay. So here is the pen and the pencil's right here. If I click on the pen, there's different size circles. I'm going to choose this size, a bigger size, so that it's easier to see what you're tapping when you're recording. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to, if I was at home using a Chromebook, use my finger on the mouse pad, or if I was on school on an iPad, I would use my finger right on the screen. And I'm going to tap one time to show the steady beat over the words. So how many steady beat sounds will we have in the whole rhyme? If you think back to the music activity we did at the beginning, you'll know that there are 8. There's 8 steady beats throughout the whole rhyme. So it might look something like this. Pumpkin, pumpkin, round and right? You guys know what I'm doing here, right? Oh, what if I make a mistake? I use the eraser, right? And then I can just erase what I've done. I'm going to practice it a lot of times so that I really have it down and so that I'm going to be ready to practice and show Mrs. James. When I'm ready, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to click the microphone. When I click the microphone, it's going to start recording me. I'm going to use my voice and I'm going to tap over the words to show the steady beat. I'm going to go nice and slow so that my finger and my mouth can make sure that they're matching. So here I go. Pumpkin, Oh, Mrs. James, you forgot to go back to the pen. Let's try that again. And I want a little orange like a pumpkin. Okay, I'm ready. Pumpkin, pumpkin, round and fat. I press pause when I think I'm done. And then if I think I'm got it, I'm going to press done, the green check. Now watch this. You're going to watch my recording back. I'm going to use my voice and I'm going to tap. Here's where I messed up. To show the steady beat. I'm going to go nice and slow so that my finger and my mouth can make sure that they're matching. So here I go. Pumpkin, Oh, Mrs. James, you forgot to go back to the pen. Oops. Let's try that again. And I want a little orange like a pumpkin. Okay, I'm ready. Pumpkin, pumpkin, round and fat. Isn't that cool? Now, when I'm totally done, I'm going to press the green check, and that's going to turn it into Miss James. Now, yours might sound like mine, I hope, or it might sound different, but it's going to help Mrs. James hear and learn whether you really understand this concept of steady beat, because you better believe what we're going to do next. We're going to move on to rhythm, and we're going to learn a new rhythmic figure this week in music. So we want to make sure we understand steady beat before we start adding on more rhythms, because it's going to get a little trickier. Okay? When you're done, you submit and you're all done with your music for this first half of class. Okay, so this is your job today. Go on to Seesaw. You're going to click on that activity, and then you're going to practice, and then you're going to record using the microphone while you use the drawing tool to tap the steady beat over the words. Okay, that's it. Good luck. I hope it goes well for you, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.